Okay, so to easily state emphatically that we are being engaged in psychological warfare operations, one only needs to look at the entire past 2 years. Just for example, most people had thoughts about what was going on, okay? And most people, whether or not they really looked into it or not, they had an idea of where their stance was. And most people's stance last year was that they would not be going along with where we're at today, right? They would not be going along with any jabs or anything like that, any kind of passport. Not going to happen, never happen. And so as you're going along through this, you see from your own perspective what is going on. So your gut tells you one thing, but then when you listen to the radio or TV programming, whatever programming you're listening to or watching, engaging in, okay, they're telling you something that is contrary to what your gut is telling you, okay? And after a while, okay, when your gut's telling you one thing and the programming is telling you another thing, okay, you start to think, am I crazy? Because I'm starting to get confused here. And then after so long of being, broken down and disillusioned with what's going on and what you thought was going on, the programming starts to take effect where you figure, if I don't want to be crazy because I feel like I'm crazy thinking this way, when the programming is telling me to think this way, so in order not to be considered a crazy person, I have to go along with the programming. And when you start to go along with the programming, then you begin to look for what they are telling you to look for, okay? Whatever that might be about. And when you have the idea implanted in your head of how you're supposed to think and feel about a certain situation or topic, okay, or movement or whatever, then you will go out and look for what the programming has told you to look for. And then you will build your mindset around that programming. So then you will cast aside your gut feeling and you have submitted to the coercion of the programming. Okay? And we can see that taking full effect because we have people that said that they were never going to get the and now they have one at least, maybe two, possibly gonna get the third, right? And the further you submit to the programming, the more you have disdain for those that are going against the programming, because that's that voice that was in your head at one point, and now it's becoming a pest. It's annoying, right? You don't want to hear it because you've committed so far to the programming and you can't go back now, and you don't want to be told that you did the wrong thing, and you certainly don't want to believe that. So what other choice do you have but to align yourself with the programming? And the programming also works on our side of things too, right? Because it's obviously gaslighting us to the point where they want us to react so that they can come down hard on us. And the point is, if we don't react and if we don't do what they want us to do, well, then they'll just make a situation, right? They'll just create it. They'll do whatever they need to do in order to trigger what they want to happen. That's also part of the programming, right? Anyways, mass psychological warfare operations being conducted on civilian populations. They're at war with us, not just the unvaccinated, but also the vaccinated. Simple as that.